Hello everyone, today we are reviewing Spider-Man Far From Home. This movie is definitely worth watching in theaters. This is probably my favorite MCU movie, excluding Endgame, of course. Its tone was very comedic, but mixed with very dramatic and serious scenes. I was laughing throughout the movie. It was a nice blend of the two tones, which I'm glad about. Because Marvel sometimes likes to focus too much on the comedy side, like with Guardians of the Galaxy 2, it can be a little much with everyone cracking jokes. The serious, dramatic parts in the movie are probably my favorite parts in the movie. Somewhat spoilers ahead, spoilers ahead. Peter throughout the movie has an internal struggle of trying to live up to Tony Stark. People are constantly asking about who are the Avengers now, and are you the next Iron Man? And Peter, only being 16, doesn't really know how to answer these questions. Nick Fury throughout the movie tries to push Peter into becoming the next hero, the next Tony Stark. And Peter really doesn't want that title, that responsibility. Peter wants to be the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man and still be allowed to be a teenager. Nick Fury gives Peter a gift during the movie that Tony left for him, which were Tony's sunglasses that are crazy OP. They can shoot rockets and control drones and hack phones and stuff. Anyways, there was a note in there for Peter that said, "For the next Tony Stark," and this is from Tony himself. Nick Fury makes a comment saying, "Uneasy lies the head that wears the crown." So just more people and more things reinforcing that he needs to step up to the mantle of Tony Stark, and of course, Peter does not want that title and gives the glasses to Mysterio, which, once again, spoiler alert, is the bad guy in the movie. Mysterio is a disgruntled former Stark employee who wanted the power of the glasses to pretty much make very realistic illusions to make himself look like a very powerful superhero and for the people to look up to him and to listen to him. Also, this is kind of important. Peter has lost his Spidey sense, or as they call it in the movie, his Peter tingles. They mention this in the beginning of the movie. He lost this because of the pressure everyone is putting on him to step up. After Peter realizes he made a mistake by giving Mysterio the glasses and almost dies because of it, him and Happy have a conversation about,
"Everywhere I go, I see his face. I just really miss him."
Yeah, I miss him too. I don't think Tony would have done what he did if he didn't know that you were going to be here after he was gone.
Happy pretty much reassured him that Tony chose him. That Tony second-guessed everything he did, but he never second-guessed making Peter an Avenger. With this pep talk from Happy, Peter finally accepts the role of being the next Iron Man. And this is probably my favorite scene in the movie. Peter starts working on his new suit in the airplane, and Happy looks back at him with a smile on his face, seeing his friend Tony in Peter. And then Happy then plays Back in Black, which is such a great moment and such a great homage to the first Iron Man. With Peter accepting of his role, his Spidey senses start working again, and he is able to defeat Mysterio. So even though Peter accepted the role and defeated the bad guy, he still lost. In the after credits scene, we see that Mysterio, or the people working with him, edited a video to make it look like Spider-Man was the one causing the damage and was behind the drone attacks, by using the glasses, making it look like Mysterio was the one trying to save people and making him look like the hero. The people who worked for Mysterio gave it to a news outlet, thedailybugle.net, which J.K. Simmons reprises his role as J. Jonah Jameson, which is a really cool Easter egg. It's because that's the character he played in the original Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans. At the end of Mysterio's video, he gives away Spider-Man's true identity, and now everyone knows Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So Mysterio somewhat got what he wanted. He became the hero people looked up to, and he ruined Peter's chances of having a somewhat normal life. And now Peter is fully pushed into this Tony Stark role, being the face of the Avengers, and now his anonymity is completely gone. That is what made the movie so great, is that there was comedy, and then this overall tone of Spider-Man trying to deal with this internal conflict of his. I think that's why I liked it so much. And also the villain, Mysterio, played by Jake Gyllenhaal, did, I think, a great job in the role. It kind of sucks that he died, but that's Marvel's decision on the matter. And I like how, in a way, Mysterio won. And Peter Parker is now left to deal with what Mysterion pretty much has done to him. He's ruined his life. Now he's going to have to deal with the backlash of people thinking he is the villain. Which I think most people will get that obviously he's not, because it's kind of out of the realm for Spider-Man to do these villainous deeds. But still, I mean, Mysterio really screwed up his life, and he's now has to be an Avenger. He has to be Tony Stark now, which sucks because he's 16 years old, and obviously he wants to live a normal life, but he can't now. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how or what they do with the next Spider-Man movie or his next appearance. I want to see the backlash, and does he still continue with school, or is he just now a full-time Avenger with just having to focus on hero stuff? So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next movie or the next appearance he makes in the Marvel Universe, because I just want to see where the story goes from there. That was pretty much the main struggle throughout the movie, but I'm going to talk about some of the other things I liked in it. The MJ scenes with her and Peter are great. They're somewhat awkward, which I like. Most teens are awkward, and that's what I hated about the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. He's just too cool. Spider-Man needs to be kind of dorky. And like I said before, this movie was really funny. Great performances and creative ways to poke fun at themselves. They made some jokes about the blip, which is when Thanos snapped his fingers to make everyone disappear. And they have a hilarious memoriam for the fallen Avengers, made so terribly you would know it was made by high schoolers. The only thing I didn't like was some Mysterio thing. I get his illusions are great and all, but there's a scene where Peter is literally throwing rocks at the illusion, and illusion takes the hit. I don't know how that's possible. I know it's very nitpicky, but that was about the only problem I had with the movie. They also kind of threw away the multiverse possibility, which that kind of sucks. Mysterio just said that he made that up, which is disappointing because that is pretty much the only way you can introduce the X-Men into this universe or the Fantastic Four. Really, there's not that much else to say. The whole cast was brilliant. Jake, Zendaya, Tom all did a fantastic job. I'm honestly probably going to go watch this movie again. So what do you guys think about Spider-Man? Leave it down in the comments below. And if you guys have any tips on how I can improve in reviewing, please tell me. I'll try to get better. Sub, obviously, for more content. Also, check out the Twitter. And as always, have an awesome day.
I
am Spider-Man.
No, of course I'm not.
I mean, it's kind of obvious.